Okay, so we are back in the car now. Contacts are in because I did end up using them to check frames. I didn't go through like a ton of frames actually because I'm very picky. I knew I didn't want plastic. I used to get purely plastic frames. And then last time I got glasses, which was a couple years ago, I got metal frames, and you can actually see where they sit. I am very picky about where they sit and everything like that. And so I knew I wanted those. They don't have as many of those as they do plastic frames. So like, obviously I had less choices. I also have a very, very high prescription, which I think it did change this year. I don't remember if it changed up or down because I don't remember what my other prescription is on my current glasses. But I'm like an 11 point something on both eyes. And so because of that, like -11, I can't see anything. So I have very thick frames, even with like a compressed lens where they like make it as thin as possible. It's not super thin. I mean, I can even show you. You see that? That is the side of my lens. And it's probably less of a prescription than now. And that's why I always have a little bit of distortion on the sides of my frames. I do not get big frames, big circular ones. I can't do that because it will make the distortion worse. So I like more rectangular. I like a little bit thinner because it doesn't have the distortion as much. There will be some around the edges. I've had glasses since 4th grade, like nothing I can do about it. So I didn't have a ton of options to choose from. I do like the ones that I picked. I'm so picky that I know the size on my current frames is like a 52-15. And so I got a 52-17 this time. The 17 is like 2 extra millimeters on the sides, which I actually, when I tried them on, it feels fine. That kind of stuff can also be adjusted a little bit during sizing when I go back in a couple weeks to go get the actual frames, but they're gonna be purple. One of the purple ones that you guys saw, we'll see them more when we actually get them. But I think the size of them will work. And then one thing, so I do have vision insurance through Leon and his job and things like that. The last time I went and got glasses, I have to get my lenses compressed to a thinner lens. That costs more money. I also have to get the like astigmatism non-glare coating because otherwise I can't drive at night. That costs more money. I spent last time with a vision insurance at a chain in Arizona that they don't have here, which is fine, like $300 and something, almost $400. Today, with my different vision insurance, getting the same stuff, you know, a frame, the lenses, the eye exam, all this kind of stuff, I paid $30 extra for a couple other tests. I only spent like $260. Like, that is still a lot of money for people that don't have a ton of extra money and things like that. But like, I'm impressed because I was expecting to pay like $400 for glasses and I didn't have to. That's great. So now I still have my contacts in. We're going to go to the grocery store on the way home. But the next time I see you guys, hopefully we'll be going in and getting my new frames. Okay, should we do a reveal in the car? I guess we will. Mostly because I just couldn't wait anymore to put them on. It is a new prescription, so it is a little bit like the peripherals are a little bit off. I will say from putting them on in the store, and then I walked out in my normal glasses just in case, but I wanted to see how they looked like in the car. I put them back on in the car, and I actually think it's a little bit better. So my eyes are adjusting to it. I have had glasses in the past where the focal point or something was completely off. Like no matter how we adjusted the frames, it just did not work. I had to get other frames. So I do think these are good. I also think they are even on my face. It feels like it's slightly pushing in more here than here, but it looks even. So I can't tell if it's just I'm used to these ones and these ones were not quite even on my face anymore, or if it's maybe the nose piece. No, I don't think it's the nose piece. I think it's like it just feels off. It doesn't look off, which is great. I also prefer smaller nose pieces. Like these are little circles. And these, it took us a while in there. They did switch them out to smaller ovals, but they're going to put me on the list for when they order new circles because they're completely out. Because I do find the smaller nose pieces feel better than the larger ones. The larger ones just feel like they take up too much space. Like I have a very, I don't want to say narrow nasal bridge, but like there's a small area of my bridge where I want something. I do not want to feel it down lower. Like I do not like any glasses that have the nose piece, and this is a lot of plastic frames nowadays, low on the frame. Like I don't want them to sit here. I want them up high. So currently they feel okay. Currently I think I see pretty well. I would have to go back and forth between my old ones and my new ones to like really see the difference in my prescription. But besides that, and like probably getting used to these slightly oval nose pieces, these are my new glasses. We got some purple. It's a little bit more of like a matte purple than some of the other things, and they have the black on the arms. I'm liking it. I've had purple glasses in the past, but I think the last time I had purple glasses was like back when Leon and I were dating. So it's been like, our 10-year anniversary is coming up this month for dating. So it's been probably at least 8 years ago was my last purple frames probably. I've had a lot of like blues, dark blues. I've had black before, but I do think I had a purple one close to when we were dating before I got married. It's been a while. So I guess it was time for purple frames again. I do think I like the look of these. They are a little bit, not wider, deeper, higher. I don't know. They have more width here than my old ones. As you guys can see, like these are a little bit more, I don't know. The shape of them is a little different, but I think I like these. I think they're good. So I will be having new glasses now. It's been over 2 years, so it was time. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's going to be it for today. I'm going to be wearing them around, making sure this prescription is correct, and you guys will be seeing the new glasses in the videos coming up. So it is now like 4 days after I've gotten my glasses, and I think I'm finally getting adjusted to them. That is something that they don't necessarily tell you, especially like, it's been like 2 years since I've gotten glasses, over 2 years, and it takes your eyes to adjust, especially if you're changing the size of your frames, which I had to. These are a little bit bigger than my other ones, and if you're changing the size of your prescription, which I did, these ones are more powerful. I am more blind now, and it took me, like I said, yesterday was day 3, today is day 4. Yesterday was okay. I did have some times where I was like, I don't think it looks quite right. Like I went out shopping, and then when I came back home and sat on the couch, the lights looked very glary, which I have a coating on there, the anti-reflective coating. It shouldn't be like that, so I think it was part of the prescription. There was also a time when I was reading on my phone, and it also looked a little bit different because like, I only need glasses for far away. Like when they tested my eyesight, as soon as it came up close, I could see everything. But so I look down. Like if I can show you guys, like when I'm reading on my phone, this is sort of where I have it. Like I look down to my phone, which I guess could also be partly because when I was younger, I needed bifocals to halt the progression of my vision as much as possible. Like I had it for a few years in like elementary school and junior high, I want to say. I had bifocals, so like I know how to, like, you use the bottom part of your glasses to read. I don't necessarily need that. These are just one prescription, but everything was a little bit weird that way as well. The first 2 days I had these though, I had a headache. The first day I got it, you guys saw, I picked them up. Everything was a little bit weird, but it cleared up as the day went on, and I got a headache took medicine, had extra water just in case, but I'm 100% sure it was my eyes, because I also was like, maybe I should take them off and like try my old glasses back on, but everything was very weird that way. Like, no, I couldn't do that. But I definitely needed a break of like taking them off and just listening to an audiobook with like my eyes closed, because I can't take a break and do stuff because I can't see. But the second day I had them, I almost woke up with a headache. Not exactly, but as soon as I put them back on, I had like a mild headache throughout like most of the day. And then by the afternoon, it was really, really bad. So again, took medicine and stuff, took my glasses off, listened to my audiobook. I finished my audiobook last night, which is great. So like, yeah, I think we're finally there. The nose pads are not the kind that I like. I like the little tiny circle ones because I wear my glasses quite high up on my nose bridge. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but they didn't have them. They're having to order them. So they did switch them out to a smaller oval, but I can still feel them and they still feel a little bit weird. So like, I'm hoping I eventually get better with those. Like, we get the small ones and they just fit better. But I didn't really have a headache at all yesterday, and I just had a couple periods of like, my glasses feel weird. So I think we're probably finally adjusted. So this is going to be the last update just because I now need to edit and everything, and I'm glad you guys were here for this journey just because it's part of my life. I literally cannot see anything without glasses. And so, yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.